Choosing a putter in the last few years has, in my opinion, actually gotten more complicated. There are more variables. We have a lot of new technologies. We have new styles with the zero torque that wasn't really a thing before, certainly not mainstream. You have a lot of conflicting information about what people will say about, toe hang and face rotation, and we got arm lock. There's a lot going on. So I want to kind of pick at one variable that I think people focus on at times too much and at times not enough, which is the actual forgiveness of a putter when it comes to strike. So how much could literally a different size or weighting of putter affect your ability to control speed and direction when you miss-hit it, meaning you either heel it or you toe it, you hit it thin, you hit it high in the face, that kind of thing. I get a lot of people that kind of come in and look at a big putter, maybe even a mallet or certainly a big lab like this, and they'll go like, I just can't look at something like that. I've always played a blade. I don't want to consider that. It's a limiting factor because there's a good chance that we'll see something while they're putting, maybe from a strike perspective, where those would actually be worth considering. And then we get the opposite, where I get a lot of people coming in, they pick up a blade putter or even like a small mallet, and I hear, oh, I'm not good enough to play with that. I need something more forgiving. I have to have a big mallet. So today's mostly going to be about strike forgiveness. I have three pretty distinct designs here. A very traditional Scotty Cameron blade. We've got a Ping PLD mallet here. And then we have the True Extreme, which is sort of one of the biggest putters in the market. In the lab, that torque component, is that torque component also an additional level of forgiveness that you could be offered? How much measurably do these things actually matter? So we're going to be measuring strike to the millimeter on the launch monitor here, and we're going to be measuring basically how much speed comes off of the ball, or how fast the ball comes off the putter, compared to the club head speed. So basically just smash factor, essentially. That will tell you how forgiving it is for speed. And then we'll look at variances in face angle. So does a certain putter here actually help you not have the putter twist? Does it affect the line that the ball starts on? So let's start with Scotty here. I'll probably go with the most common miss-hit that I would see, which would be a bit of a toe strike. And we're gonna try to keep all the other variables consistent in terms of like the delivered loft, the stroke path, and we'll see what happens. So we're going to toe this one pretty good. So a smash factor or impact ratio of 1.37, which would definitely be on the low side. So if that putt was hit dead center with that exact amount of club head speed, which was 3.5, let's see if we can do that. Almost. That should have rolled in, that would have been nice. But in all honesty, 3.5 again on the club head speed, smash at 1.5. So the ratio of speed the ball comes off with, pretty huge difference between that pretty substantial toe strike there and the center face. If the only variable in that person's stroke was that they toed it, they missed the first putt, it actually did go a little bit right, they more middled the second putt, and it had a better chance to go in. It almost went in. That's actually a little bit more than I was expecting to see. Now, with any heel shafted putter, I don't expect to see the ball speed drop off to be quite as bad. Heeled that pretty good. Interesting. So the putter swung a little bit faster, so 0.2 miles an hour faster in terms of the club head speed. So not a perfect representation, but the smash factor, the actual efficiency, went up to 1.47. So at the same club head speed on, let's say, a heel shafted, pretty traditional blade, the toe's pretty punishing on speed. The directional part of it is interesting. It also depends on your average face angle, so I don't tend to bring the putter in open. A toe strike doesn't do the exact same thing for me that it does for someone else who might have more of an open face. Now, this is a little bit of a lesser, I think, discussed miss-hit, which is high in the face. And this high strike is a little bit more common when someone hits down on the putter. So, for me, I would rather just correct that. For someone, I'd say, hey, you're kind of hitting down on it. You're catching the high part of the face. Let's fix that. We get your angle of attack a little more level, maybe kind of develop a little bit of shaft lean with it. You'll see the strike move. But let's just say, hey, my stroke is my stroke. I hit it a little bit high in the face. I hit down on it a bit. That's not come off very nicely. For feel, it's definitely high in the club. Smash down to 1.42. So club head speed was at 3.5. So pretty good representation. So it's not as bad as the toe strike, interestingly. All right, so a fairly sizable mallet here. Should be nice and stable. Big time toe to start. That fell off quite a bit. So at the same club head speed, same face angle within, yeah, same face angle. It definitely, it has an okay performance out of the toe. I don't know that that would be enough to convince me to not play the blade. Arguably, did it stay a little bit more on line? Did the putter potentially twist a little bit less? Did the face stay a little bit more stable? Let's say maybe. It's hard to say without a robot. But in terms of actual energy transfer, it's not significantly different. It's okay. It's okay. And that's kind of what I expected. So let's do the middle of the face at the same club head speed just so we can reference. See if the smash factor comes up a bit. I pulled that a little bit. That's on me. Good, perfect. So 3.5 club head speed again, 1.56 on the smash. Out of the middle of the faces from different putters, yes, soft insert putters versus very firm, you will see differences in ball speed. I've tried to keep these all pretty consistent. They're all milled face putters. So let's heel it. We know this one probably won't be too bad. I healed that very, very bad. Interesting. Very good. So my club head speed went down, which is important. So 3.3 on the club head speed, but I actually got a 1.5 smash. Okay, now let's do that kind of steep stroke high strike. That came off really nasty feeling. So again, it can't do a whole lot for you on that one. It's still going to come up short. You're still going to lose a lot of efficiency. Yeah, if it were me, I would say, okay, I've had a realistic look at forgiveness from a strike perspective. There might be a slight directional advantage to the mallet in terms of mishitting. There might be a couple percentage point advantage when it comes to, sort of the toe strike miss and maybe a tiny bit in the heel strike. I don't think it's enough for me to pick between the blade and the mallet. I would be looking at other things. Which putter do I align better? Which putter do I aim better? Which putter do I feel more confident in? Which putter gives me better face control? So just doing basic tests with like a putting ruler, start line. Which putter am I starting on line more consistently? Those would be more rational and more significant reasons to pick between two putters, things that would actually affect your performance more than purely just the strike. If you appreciate our honest, unbiased, no marketing approach, you can help support the channel in a couple of ways. Leave us a super thanks. There's buttons down below or in the description. You can actually order just about anything golf club or shaft wise through Golf Liberty. So as I often say to people, if you're looking for a change, if you're looking to mix it up, be careful of not making a big enough change. So if a person's lost confidence in their putter, they feel like their mishits are performing poorly, don't be afraid to go extreme. And it doesn't get much more extreme than a Lab DF3. Really toe it. Really toed it. This impresses me. 3.4 on the speed, so I didn't quite get there on club head speed still. 1.53 on the smash. That's crazy. I mean, that's as efficient as we saw from some of the middle strikes on the other putters. It's kind of what I thought, and again, I have to be honest with you, I have not sat and done this carefully before. I kind of wanted to do it just raw on camera just to give you my organic reaction. I didn't expect there to be such a massive difference. So let's go dead center of the face just for reference. Club head speed was a little bit below, but smash at 1.54. So almost the exact same efficiency, the same ball speed coming off of one, a really nasty toe strike, and two, a dead center strike. Let's heel one. I suspect this will be pretty good too. 1.56. So if anything, it actually came up slightly faster. Now, did I make the exact same stroke? Probably not. Yeah, face angle was a tiny bit more close, so I think it added a tiny bit of energy to it. Okay, let's do that nasty, steep high strike. .45, so not bad. So it dropped off a bit, but it didn't drop off as much. This does a good job. There's kind of no way to spin it any other way. Strike forgiveness-wise, this is extremely, extremely good. There may be other putters that you are more confident in, that you aim better, that you put the ball in the hole more often with. You may not necessarily pick this up and get that perfect kind of like stable face feeling, whatever. But when it comes to actual strike forgiveness, there's a significant difference. And the mistake I think people are making is they're not going extreme enough. I just want to do one more putter here, which to me is an extremely large mallet. With the Spider Tour here, which is, it's on the bigger side of mallets. It's got really extreme perimeter weighting. We've got weights way at the back. Again, it is a more traditional, call it putter in terms of face balancing and face flow. Let's see if this is a little better than call the mid mount, which was in the Ping. Okay, big time toe. Clubhead speed 3.4, 1.48 smash. Okay, so that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Yep, I'm surprised by that, frankly. I thought it would be a little better than the small mallet. Out of the heel, I think I just swung slower on that one. Let's see. Yeah, slower swing at 3.3 clubhead speed, but 1.52 smash. So pretty close to what I think we'll see from the center of the face. I'm gonna hit one in the center. Clubhead speed the same. I pushed that, that's on me. Yeah, so 3.5 clubhead speed like we wanted, smash at 1.5. So kind of exactly what we expected to see. On the heel on the center, very consistent actually. The toe, surprisingly good out of the spider. So that's a nice way of kind of making it realistic. I think if you're gonna go mallet and you want forgiveness, go really, really big. You're gonna see a pretty nice difference there. If you want the absolute most, it kind of seems like, I'm just gonna say zero torque putters definitely seem to add another dimension of strike forgiveness that traditional torque putters don't. Be rational with your putter choices. Make sure you get strike location in your putter fittings, and make sure when you're comparing strike locations, make sure you know the face angle and clubhead speed and smash factors so you can measure those things really objectively.